Hey, Erica here. I am going to be looking at my notes. So today I'm going to be talking about, things to consider about working with a website designer. And the title is working with a website designer the right choice for you? So the first thing you want to think about is your timeline. So when do you need the website launched by? Do you have an upcoming book that's going to be released? Do you have a new course coming out? Do you have a freebie or a lead magnet, I should say, that you want to share with the world? Do you have an upcoming podcast guest appearance? Stuff like that. You want to kind of center it around that. That way, when people go to click through to learn more about you, boom, you got your brand new website. I've done that for people many times where they had an upcoming event. And so I made sure the website was done before their event so they can make a great first impression. Along with the timeline of having it actually launched, I would say take your launch date, pick a week before your course launch, app launch, whatever it is that you're launching, right? Take that, back it up a week. So if you're saying my launch is going to be September 16th, try to have the website done by September 9th. That way, if any hiccups come up, if you're testing it and people are having a hard time either accessing the site or using the email marketing software or booking consultations, or there's just hiccups, I mean, it is technology, at least your website designer has the time to go in and fix any bugs that you might have. Also, with the timeline, and this is why I'm harping on it, there's a considerable amount of time that you're going to be spending with the designer to get the exact website you want. If you're the type of entrepreneur that you just want to send your pictures and your descriptions and never talk to the designer again, then we're going to need to unpack that. But yeah, if you're looking for that one-on-one website designer experience, there's plenty of amazing designers out there. I'm one of them, just saying. And yeah, so again, you want to take that time to have the consultation, get to know them, and see, are you all a good fit? Are you all meshing well? Do you like their process? Do you like the things in their portfolio? Which brings me to my next point. I totally forgot I had notes. So with the timeline, okay, before your project even starts, you're going to need to take some time to gather your logo files, your product photos. Please, please, please use real pictures of people in your real outfits. Stock photos are great, but again, like the stock photos your merchant, if you're a boutique owner, the stock photos that your vendors give you, those are cool, but people want to see people that look like them in your clothing. So just keep that in mind. Also, you want to take the time, again, just looking at my notes for a second. So yeah, your slogan or tagline, it doesn't have to be elaborate or award-winning. It can just be as simple as who you are and who you serve. It should match on your social media as well. That is a topic for another day. That's more brand messaging type of stuff. You're also going to want to have some branding pictures, especially if you're an author, a speaker, or a coach. But again, it's not that they have to be brand new photos. I like to have the rule of thumb that if you still look like your photos, the last 3 to 5 years is great. Some people, they love to take branding photos every year or every 6 months. Tomato, you like it, I love it, right? As long as they're pictures that we can work with and represent you, they're good to go. Also, okay, so website copy is a nice thing to have. So all the descriptions of your services and products, but if that's something you need help with, I do provide that resource to my clients. And so my clients are looking in that regard because, again, that's something I help them with, because writing the copy of your website is a daunting task for a lot of busy entrepreneurs, right? It took me like 2 days to hash out the adjacent blog or the blog post that's going to come with this. And so, yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, yes, writing is something I enjoy to do, but again, hashing it out to where I'm going to share it with the world, just like with our website copy, all the text on the website, that's something that sometimes we'll overthink. So having that resource is a good thing to have. Next, we'll go to considering your investment. I could have called this section considering your budget, but I hate the word budget. I think it's my own personal thing. So let's say investment. Let's go from a mindset of abundance, right? So think about your investment. And when I say this, okay, imagine you're walking into the Louis Vuitton store and you see a table with all the bags and wallets on it. And you see the sales clerks, you see the salespeople, but no one has approached you, no one has greeted you, and kind of like their backs are turned, like they're too busy to help you. And you see a huge sign on the table like a huge sign with a price and everything's the same price. And it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. Some of the purses are big, some of the purses are small, some of the wallets are big, some of the wallets are small. So how can they all be the same price? How would you feel? You feel lost, right? You feel like you're in the wrong store because that's not the experience. And then again, I'd say take that and think about any store in the mall. There's some people, and I've done it myself, if I walk into the mall and I'm not greeted, I'm going to turn around, right? And so it's not that we're being judgmental. It's if we're going to spend our money somewhere, it's nice to be greeted. It's nice to be acknowledged. It's nice to be seen and heard, right? So that's why at ePartners Marketing, you will not see prices on my website. I did that for a reason. At ePartners Marketing, from start to finish, from consultation to the moment your website's launched, everything is an experience. It's not just my clients send me their business information. I make a website and it's wham bam. That's not the process here. And so with that being said, I was very intentional in that we have a consultation first. I get to know you. I get to know your business goals. I get to know what features you need on your website. I get to know what your vision is for your new website and or branding. Then the next step would be I send you a proposal with the scope of the project, the different features that would be included in your custom website design, along with your custom quote. And then we would talk about the pricing plan and the investment after we talk about what features you and I agree that you actually do need on your website. Some websites are designed in phases, depending on when certain launches are going to happen. An entrepreneur might contact me for a launch of their candle line, but they might actually want to do coaching in the next 6 months. So again, that has to adjust and we have to plan accordingly. So with that being said, that's a part of the investment, not just how much is it? How much is the website? It's okay, this is a process we're going on. It's a journey. It's not a long drawn out process, but again, it is a process. And I understand that every consumer, every client, every entrepreneur is different. If you want to have where you can see the designer's starting prices on their website or download a pricing guide, you're welcome to do that. There's plenty of designers out there, but I will warn you to get ready for a little bit of sticker shock. You might have a price in your mind of what you think their work should be based on your, knowledge so far or how much you paid for websites in the past. And you might be shocked that the designer you want to work with either charges way more than you thought, or their pricing doesn't really match their talent, which is a whole nother story for the end of the day. But again, I'm just going to warn you, don't be shocked for the sticker shock. Yeah. Some designers might charge $1,500 for like a website in the day kind of deal. Some designers for a custom website, they might charge $10,000 to $15,000 for a custom website. And I will say some of that, just to give a little bit more meat and potatoes than I am in the blog post, website designers take into a few different factors before they present you with your custom quote or their starting prices. Number of pages, sections, tabs, different entrepreneurs call them different things. That's going to be a factor. A 25-page website is completely different from a 3 to 5-page website. Oh, and that's the example I really wanted to give. So I skipped around. Okay. A 5-page website for a realtor, an e-commerce website for an online boutique with over 150 products, and then a 9-page website for a coach, author, and speaker that also has digital products and courses. Those are 3 completely different website design experiences. They all have 3 completely different features that those websites need. They have 3 completely different price points. In the design world or online world, we call them bells and whistles. All of those industries are amazing and unique and special, but they all have unique and special bells and whistles depending on what that client's needs are. So that's why the price points are different. And that's why, again, another reason why I liked the experience of getting to know the entrepreneur on the other side of the screen, like today. I love having Zoom calls and meeting entrepreneurs from near and far. And that's our time to get to know each other. And it's precious. There was a butterfly outside. It's precious because that's what's going to happen when we work, or if we work together. We are going to have branding calls and branding chats. If you're wondering what the heck is a branding call, so that is our weekly to bi-weekly check-ins depending on your schedule. Again, my entrepreneurs are busy, right? It could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour, depending on what we're reviewing. And that's our time to review together the vision for your brand, make sure that what I'm designing is in line with what you have in mind for your branding. And also, it is a time for us to hash out those different, I like to give homework. I was a teacher before. I like to give homework to my clients. They know what it is, wink, wink. So I like to review the homework with them, make sure we're on the right track. And that's our time together. So it's our special time together. Because as entrepreneurs, sometimes it can be lonely. And so to have someone that's dedicated to your business and can, during the project at least, dedicated to your business and that you can bounce ideas off of and can solidify some things about how we want to present that to the client or your customer base and integrate different tools and features to make it to where you can meet your business goals, that's important. So moving right along. Okay, so another thing you want to consider when hiring a website designer is their experience. Now, I'm going to say there is some amazing website designers out there, some prodigies that have really just, hit the ground running. Their websites are beautiful, they're functional, they're great. And again, they might not have had as much experience as I do, or they might have way more experience than I do. When I say consider their experience, I mean more so look at their portfolio and see, does the aesthetic of their projects match what you have in mind for your brand new website design, logo design? Does it match what you have in mind? When you look at their portfolio, have they worked with businesses like yours? Do you genuinely like the website designs they've done for either similar or complementary industries that you're in? For example, let's say you sell yoga mats and they've helped yoga teachers. Did you like the website they made for the yoga studio? Did you like the website they made? And so, yeah, that takes time. That takes time going through the different design projects. If you look at my portfolio, looking through and seeing, I have spas, I have hairstylists, I have estheticians, I have different people I've worked with, coaches, speakers, authors, realtors. And so if you look on the portfolio and say, I really do like that work that she did for that person, then boom, that's who you're going to go with. Oh, speaking of, let me go back for just a moment. So going back to consider the timeline, you might need a website in a week. You might say, hey, I have this new opportunity that came up and I really need to make a great first impression. Contact designers and see if they are available. Now, sometimes a website design project might be delayed or might be expedited, like maybe a client's ready to launch sooner than we thought. Maybe a client's getting more brand photos done or a new photo shoot, and they're going to be pushing their date back. Sometimes website designers can squeeze you in. Now, if you need a rush design, like I said, within less than 7 business days or in a day, yes, there's designers that offer a website in a day. It's stressful. The deadline is brutal, but it gets done. If you need those, just understand they're probably going to charge you a rush fee, and that's standard. That's not them being mean. That's not them, nickeling and diming you. That's them respecting their time and saying, hey, I understand you've got this amazing opportunity coming up, and I want you to look your best at the opportunity, your business to look its best at the opportunity, but that's gonna cost some money. Okay. So that is something I did want to throw out there. Is the designer you're working with or interested in working with, are they even available? Okay, I went through all of that. Okay, so we talked about experience, really making sure you gel with the designs they've done. Now, designers do like a nice challenge. Let's say you love their work, but it's not necessarily the industry you're in. I have a few projects in my portfolio that it was completely different industry than what you see majority of my portfolio, and that's fine. But again, just making sure that their aesthetic is, on point. That's crucial, because every website designer at some point will get their own signature aesthetic to where you can be on the World Wide Web, browsing through, scrolling through life. And then you're going to notice, boom, at the very bottom of the website, there's that person again. You're going to be like, I knew that was his or her work, because again, it's those things. Now, again, like I said, a designer is up for a challenge, but at the same time, you want to make sure you're okay with the work that they already have. That way, if it ends up being to where you thought they could stretch creatively and then they didn't, you can still say, hey, excuse me, you can still say, hey, I knew this was the type of work they were going to do. Excuse me. For example, the websites I've done earlier this year, they challenged me creatively, but I think they worked out. I think they worked out. Wait, what is this? Oh, I can share my screen. Here, let me show one. That definitely stretched me creatively. So, speaking of portfolios, let me see. This is cool. I will go here to where go below to the link. And so this is the page where you would, learn about my website design services, what makes it different. Click the portfolio page. And so speaker/author, she's a photographer and bridal makeup artist. She is a coach/former sales executive. She's a so let me see who's calling me. Let's see. Can't see. Oh, grandmommy. I'll call her back. Okay. So anyways, back to the scheduled program. So again, this was billing and coding. So she does medical billing and coding, did her logo, did her website, did her color palette for Miss Ruby. And yeah, so totally industry. Definitely stretched me creatively. Now, one I did earlier this year that's not in my portfolio, but that I do want to share because she's really killing it. And it's just a matter of me. Actually, she is in my portfolio, but I just haven't shared all the cute little graphics I usually do. This is an example of a website where it stretched me creatively, but I absolutely loved it. So you can see the video background, boom, as soon as we get there. Nice quote, amazing headshot of her, amazing opening. 1, 2, 3 step. That's a signature thing that I do. 1, 2, 3 steps. And with, graphics. I love, love, love her website. It's just so cute. I can't deal. And, she's rocking it. When it came to presenting her programs and courses, I loved making what I would consider these to be landing pages. I loved every moment of it. I loved making the mock-ups here. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying by it was a completely different industry. She's a sales coach, but she knew someone that I had designed a website for before and loved that work I did before. And it was a pleasure working with this client. And it's been amazing to see her launch this business and really rocking it. So, yeah, you can definitely look at that when you are able. Trying to see something. Yep, this timeline was a challenge. So I have to fix the mobile version. Anyway, so yeah, those are real examples of it challenged me creatively, but it worked out. And some of, I'm just going to warn you, if you do look at my portfolio, some of those businesses have been sold, or maybe the website, or maybe the client decided to change their, it might have been a year or 2, or maybe even 3 years, but after I've designed it, it's still in my portfolio, right? Because I did the work, and they might have changed direction, and that's perfectly fine. It happens. So I just want to let you know that. I really did do all those websites. And yes, like I said, one lady actually, she sold her business. So that's a good thing. But yeah, that's that. Let me see. Okay. So we talked about experience. Now I'm going to get to the really meat and potatoes. Is hiring a website designer good for you? There's 3 different types of entrepreneurs. There's the entrepreneur that you already love the website you made yourself, which is great, pat on the back. There's the website design, or there's the client, I should say entrepreneur, where you designed a website yourself years ago and it's working, it's doing what it could do. You want to see newer features on it. You're not quite sure how to add those features. And you just want to overall complete redo or rebrand of everything with your online home, your website. That would be clients that reach out to me, they want to rebrand. Or you could be an entrepreneur that, you've been trying to do your website on your own. Some months have gone by and you're ready for help. I love love both of those types of clients because, again, that's what I do. So I offer a done-for-you service where, again, you're going to approve some things. We're going to have our branding calls, but you're going to love your website. I guarantee it. If I make it, you're going to love it. I do offer 3 rounds of revisions with my website designs, but no one really gets to the 3rd round of revision. And when I say round of revisions, I mean moving a picture here, moving a paragraph there, editing, and typos do not include as revisions, but again, moving something here, making sure the layout's there, making sure the contact form is there, or making sure their Dubsado form or their Honeybook form. I've helped wedding planners before and different creatives, photographers, right? Makeup artists, making sure everything's functioning how they want to function and making sure that their in-person business processes are reflected on their website, which again, I know is an in-depth combo for another day, but that is, how you can decide, do you really need a website designer? And then after that, it would be, picking the person that's available when you need them to be available. Do you like their working process? Do you have the time to devote to the project? That's huge. Do you like their investment? Details, the features that they can help you with. Is there anything that you're going to need an outside person? I have had clients in the past that had website copy done by someone else, or maybe they had a business coach that helped them with those things. So that's totally fine. At ePartners Marketing, I do provide different resources for clients to make the process seamless. I also have a Notion dashboard where our project will live. That way you can book all your Zoom calls, you can book your welcome call, you can book your revision request in there. If you want a meeting, we can have a meeting. If you just want to type them out, we can type them out. There's a part where we can do a mood board where you screenshot different ideas from other websites you like. You drag and drop it in there. It's a fun time. And that's something I implemented in January for my clients this year, the Notion dashboard. I also have a Dubsado dashboard where all of your invoices, the agreement, and the proposal, and I send a welcome guide as well, but like Dubsado is where all the invoicing and admin stuff for the project will be. Google Drive is just strictly for the files, the branding files and the logo. That's not where our project is. The project's in Notion. I'm trying to. Now, if a client, again, that's the system I put in place. My ePartners Marketing, I move at my client's pace, and I'm very flexible. If a client is ever struggling with Google Docs or with Notion or with, the resource, I'm always there to help. And that's what I really like. And I think that's what they enjoy too. So getting back to, or the next thing is, what has made entrepreneurs choose me in the past? Majority of my clients are referrals. So they knew someone that I did a website for, or they looked at my portfolio and knew that I made a website for someone that they knew before, and they love the website, and then we talk and we hash it out, and it's a great time. Let's party. That's what it's like. Also, speed. I used to design quite fast. Now, because as the time has gone on, clients want more and more bells and whistles. And so sometimes I can't design as fast as I would have liked to because I'm waiting on those different third-party components, which again is another story for another day. But I love what I do and I love the clients I help, and that's all that matters. Another thing is they love my design aesthetic. I would say 98% of the clients that I've helped, I have had a few clients who never looked at my portfolio, which is kind of scary, but 98% of my clients over the years that I've been in business, 98% of them saw projects in my portfolio, love my aesthetic, and were like, yes, I want her to do my website. And so, yeah, that's why they choose me. They love my aesthetic. They love my work ethic. They love that I'm punctual. That is something. They love that I'm organized. Dubsado came into my life, made a huge difference. That's where the admin part of the project lives. Notion is where the actual project management lives. So Asana was something I used in the past. Trello, something I used in the past. For my clients at this time, Notion is easy for them to jump in. And again, see everything's laid out, all the due dates, all their homework, all the, where they can put files in Notion too. So that's where for my social media and my website design clients, Notion has saved the day this year. So that's why clients like to work with me. I'm punctual, I'm organized, I'm patient, I move at their pace. And the biggest caveat is I make the website in a way to where it is easy or easier for them to maintain it themselves. If they would like me to do major changes and facelifts to the website, I call it, then yes, I'm always available to do those. But if it's something they can change themselves, like a picture, a video, a word here, a word there, a paragraph, they are able to do that. And I do offer custom tutorials for the different builder they like. So I build websites on Squarespace, WordPress, Shopify, and Wix. Showit is something that I've been asked about over the years. I probably will cave in and learn Showit since I know WordPress already, but but at this time, those are the 4 builders I build on. Oh, I also have built GoDaddy websites, and I have also built Weebly websites. So again, I cater to my clients, and if they're comfortable with those builders and have no desire of leaving, we can talk about different designs that we can do and make it happen. So Squarespace is where majority of my websites are, but again, I'm open to helping clients where they are, and that's that's the reason behind my business name, which is a whole nother topic for another day. But I created ePartners Marketing to partner with entrepreneurs. When I worked at bigger agencies, something that I heard entrepreneurs say over and over was that they didn't like their website because they didn't like that the pictures didn't match their demographic at all. They also didn't like being bounced around from person to person, department to department to get a simple change done. And so at ePartners Marketing, it really is a partnership. It really is a one-on-one experience to where you're working with me. You're not working with 50 different people and a huge department, and you're not just another client and a number. I truly do pride myself on partnering with entrepreneurs to get their goals and connect with the right customers. I said get their goals, to achieve their goals and connect with the right customers. So thanks so much for watching. Book a consultation below. They are complimentary. It's only 30 minutes of your time. If you are interested in getting a new website design, logo design, complete rebrand of all your branding, custom social media graphics, custom graphic design, or if you're interested in my social media services, and yes, I am certified in public relations. I have to probably renew my certification that I got during COVID, but yeah. And I do have publicists that I can reach out to. I also have Anaya that she's not on the full team full time anymore, but she can come in as needed. She's more of the publicist. She's the one that has the PR degree, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm about to ramble. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.